Hello everyone and welcome back, and welcome if you are new here. I'm Andrea.M. and this is a special report for Real Crime Down Under, and I say it's a special report because it is an ongoing case and it is all over the internet and social media right now. And if you've been following TikTok and Twitter, you'll know exactly to what and to whom I'm speaking of, and if not, this is a story that needs to be heard if you haven't heard it already. On the 16th of March 2023, so only a couple of weeks ago, a beautiful and loving 14-year-old girl was invited to sleep over at a friend's house with 3 girls she thought at the time were her friends. She left home that night expecting a night of fun and good times with her girlfriends. It would turn out to be anything but. When Kira Hart arrived at her friend's home, she would be ambushed and subjected to 4 hours of horror. And for what reason? A boy liked her better. And to me, this is just insane, to almost bash to death another girl who was thought of as a friend over some guy, and especially at that age. I have no words. The brutal attack, which took place in the Noosa Head suburb of Tewantin in Queensland, began when Kira arrived at the home of Renisha and Shania Gretsch, who were accompanied by another girl named Chloe Denham. Kira was shown to what looks to be one of the girls' bedrooms. They would take her shirt, they would take her shoes, and they would take her phone. And they would launch their brutal attack. For 4 hours, Kira was assaulted. She was punched, she was burned, and she was stabbed for hours. She had alcohol poured into her wounds. And if that wasn't enough, that the girls tortured 14-year-old Kira for hours, they also chose to film the entire attack. Chloe and Renisha, both social media influencers, are seen on the video attacking Kira while Shania filmed the entire ordeal and could be heard suggesting what the other two could do to Kira next. I know, just wow. And I've seen the video. Oh my god, I haven't even seen like the full video. I've just seen what is up on the Justice for Kira Hart Facebook page, and oh my god, I'm just so thankful that Kira is actually still alive after what was done to her. The level of terror this poor girl must have felt, I have absolutely no words for this. She was also tied up with a phone cord and beaten bloody for hours. Kira would beg the girls to stop hurting her, but in the video they can be heard giggling at her and making inappropriate remarks directed at Kira. When Kira's attackers finally felt that they'd had enough, they would then put Kira in the shower and then walk her home. I know, exactly. What the F? So on the way to Kira's home, they then threaten to kill Kira and her entire family if she tells on them, which to me makes absolutely no sense, because what's the next thing they do? They post the video of the attack and others proudly proclaiming that they tortured Kira for 4 hours and it was funny AF. I'm not going to be including the videos of the actual attack here on my channel because they are just way too violent and not appropriate for YouTube, but what I am going to pop in here just quickly right now is the video of Renisha Gretsch after they had dropped Kira at home, walking back to their house, where she records herself admitting proudly to everything that she had done. So take a look.
Tortured someone, kind of. I don't know if it was like keeping hostage or something, because we just walked out home and she was at our house. It's Kira, and she was at our house, and we just pumped her and we're just like torturing her for these 4 hours straight, and it was funny as fuck. So she's like full fucked up, like all of a sudden photos of her face, they're actually monted, bro.
Upon returning Kira to her shocked mother, the girls would tell Kira's mother that Kira had been beaten up and mugged on the way to their house and they had actually come to her rescue. The girls would then leave as Kira's terrified mother rushed her daughter to the ER, and Kira's mother has been seen to say on the Justice for Kira Hart Facebook page that her daughter was unrecognisable. I will add a couple of photos of her injuries that aren't too awful to show here on YouTube, but they are awful. Anyway, I cannot imagine being the mother of a 14-year-old child to just be sitting at home thinking, you know, my daughter's fine, she's with her friends, and then they bring her back in this condition, lie about it, and then she finds out hours later that it was the 3 girls she entrusted with her daughter that actually did this. And another running theme on the Justice for Kira Hart Facebook page is not only the outpouring of support for Kira and her family, but a lot of other mothers of teenage daughters who have said that after this, they will never let their children go to a sleepover at another person's house, not after this. And you have to think about Kira too. I mean, she is never going to be able to trust anybody again. Like, she's going to come out of this. She will eventually come out of this, and she will try and get back to her daily life. She'll make new friends, and then they will be like, oh, we're going to have a party, we're going to do this, we're going to do that. She is never going to feel safe enough to say, yes, I'd love to come, because all that is going to be in her mind is the night that her 3 best friends almost took her life. So since then, Kira has undergone multiple surgery for life-changing injuries sustained in the attack. Whilst Kanisha, Shania and Chloe were questioned by the police after the video of the attack and the aftermath went viral on social media. However, due to the young ages of 14, 13 and 12, they were charged with assault, issued with fines and released. This in turn caused a furor on social media and public opinion in general, that the 3 should be charged with attempted murder and tried as adults. And I cannot fathom why you would do this, let alone share it on social media, where there is irrefutable proof that you committed this crime and that you lied about it to begin with, but then you go and put everything up on social media. I mean, I'm not a spring chicken anymore, but this, even if I was, I cannot just compute all this in my head as why would you do this? Particularly when threats of death to each of the girls and their families began to pour in after the news that they had been let go, with just the fines that broke across mainstream and social media. Okay, so these girls did the wrong thing, yes. I don't actually agree with threatening these children or their families. They are still children, but we need to let Kira's family and the police take care of what's going to happen next with the girls. There was also reports that somebody had set fire to Renisha and Shania Gretsch's porch at their home. I have actually seen photos of the burnt porch, so yes, that did actually happen. But threatening these girls with further violence is not going to curb their ways. The question that needs to be asked, I think, more towards Chloe Denham's side of it rather than Shania and Renisha. They seem to have quite a good home life from what I have seen so far. There may be something else that comes out later. This is a very new case. As I said, it's only 3 weeks old. But I think on Chloe's side of things, she has been exposed to a lot of very dark things in her home, which I'm not going to elaborate on because it is just speculation at this stage. But I do think that level of violence had to be learned somewhere. So if they're not seeing it at home, it does remind me a lot of viral videos that I saw in the early 2000s of groups of teens belting the hell out of a friend or a fight. It does seem to be very much that kind of a deal, where they've probably seen this on a TikTok of somebody beating up their friend, or they've seen it somewhere, God only knows where, because I know YouTube doesn't allow this kind of thing. But they've obviously seen that and thought, oh great, that's a great idea. Let's beat the hell out of our friend because a boy liked them better than us. Just that mentality. I don't want to put anybody down, but I'm kind of thinking that these 3 girls probably aren't the brightest bulbs in the box either. Especially when they've threatened Kira, I'm going to kill you and your entire family if you tell anybody we did this. And then it's all over social media anyway, posted by themselves of what they did. This is what I cannot get. I cannot get over this. This is just, wow. On a more positive note in the whole case, the outpouring of support for Kira Hart in the days and weeks following has been phenomenal, even reaching to overseas. And her family have set up a GoFundMe page that I will link in the description box below if you would like to donate to help the family with Kira's ongoing medical costs. There is also a petition running on change.org that I will also link in the description box below if you would like to sign it. This is to raise awareness of teen violence and to see the 3 perpetrators are given jail time for the brutal and unprovoked attack against Kirra, that they are tried as adults and that they are tried for attempted murder. Because this could have gone just so much worse than it did. And the other question in my mind, what would have happened if they had actually killed this girl? What would have followed? Would they have called, like at Triple O, would they have called anyone? Would they have tried to hide the body? Done something else unspeakable? It is an absolute horror show that has gone on here in Australia in the last 3 weeks. Unfortunately, though, as new evidence and new postings on the Facebook page come to hand, we have actually learnt that there are 2 more videos of Renisha and her little minions picking on other people. So the other 2 videos involve, I believe it's Renisha assaulting an 8-year-old girl at a playground, and the second video, I believe it is Chloe assaulting a little boy on a bus. So steps really need to be taken for both of these girls. And whether it is to put her in prison and scare her straight, or whether it is to get her into a psychiatric hospital, which I'm kind of leaning towards because there is obviously something very, very wrong with this child. And it's, to me, I've researched too many of these cases. When I was younger, I also did an independent study on criminal profiling. And this is where serial killers begin. I'm not saying Renisha is a serial killer. No. But I'm saying that she needs serious mental health help before it gets to that stage. Because it is ringing too many alarm bells for me. And the level of violence, she's a 14-year-old girl, the level of violence. And the fact that 13-year-old Chloe was happy to join in. Like, she had this big-ass knife. It would have had to have been at least this long. That's the handle. That would have been the blade. It would have been at least this long. That she is seen on the video stabbing at Kirra with. So these girls need serious intervention and help before they commit an even more unspeakable act that there is absolutely no coming back from. I can't see how they're going to actually rally and come back from their lives from this, because it gets me thinking of when they are older. Like, even if they do turn everything around, this is a very big red flag and a black mark against all of their names. What happens when they want to go for a job? What happens when they want to have a child? You know, and heaven forbid, they just want to make friends. Or they want to have a relationship with a boy, like a proper relationship when they're older. And they're going to say, hi, I'm this girl. And as soon as the name is out of their mouths, oh, aren't you that girl that attacked that other girl on that video? So I just think it's so sad. Like, it's so sad for Kirra. She will have no trust left. She has years of recovery coming because of what these girls did, and then they have absolutely ruined their own lives. What opportunities are they going to have now? You know, we can be as mad at the girls as we like. I do understand the anger that would be directed towards the 3 of them because of what they did. But I think it's incredibly sad too, because I think in one night, that's 4 lives that have been irreversibly changed forever. And that's very sad to me. And that's just my opinion on this. And you are quite welcome to share your own opinions in the comment section below about this case. But please keep it respectful towards me. Please keep it respectful towards each other in YouTube. And please keep it respectful towards the families of these girls. And like we said before, the parents were not home when this attack happened. They had no idea it was going on. They were in Brisbane. It's not actually been said why they were in Brisbane, because it doesn't really matter. They weren't home. And these girls actually must have premeditated this and saw it as their chance to launch the attack. So Kirra would go on to say in an interview with Channel 7 News weeks after the attack, "I'll never feel safe again, and this will be with me for my entire life." She would also tell 7 News that during the attack, all she wanted to do was just go home to see her little brother and her mum. Kirra's case, as I said before, is still ongoing, and I will be posting updates as they come to hand. You can visit the hashtag Justice for Kirra Facebook page, which I'll also link below to find out more, or to leave your well wishes to Kirra and her family. And that brings us to the end of this special report. It's a little shorter one for Real Crime Down Under this week, but I am also working on a monster of a case that is not very widely known. I didn't know about it. I was looking for a true crime podcast to listen to over the weekend while I was actually doing something special. And it has really piqued my interest, and funnily enough, my producer, Bianca Morodi, was actually listening to the same podcast as me. We're unbeknownst to each other, so that will be our next one for Real Crime Down Under. So as I said, as updates come to hand, I will let you guys know about how Kirra is doing. And I have actually signed the petition on change.org, and I will be donating to Kirra's GoFundMe. Bianca and I are also donating some of our art and craft for a care package to send to Kira Hart, along with a few other talented artists and craftspeople from our local area. We are putting a huge box together with some lovely things for Kirra to just let her know that Australia care about her, that we are behind her, and that we just wanted to do something nice to brighten her day. So that's what I was doing while I was listening to the podcast. I'm sending Kirra one of my hand-painted jackets and another little item that I hand make. So we will be sending that off probably early next week, as Bianca is still very, very ill. She has bronchitis at the moment. So please, everybody, if you could send Bianca a little hashtag Get Well Bianca in the comments section below, that would mean a lot to her. You can get in touch with Kira's family through the Facebook page. If you would like to send a letter or a care package or anything, you know, you think just might brighten Kira's day and cheer her up a little bit. And I will be including links to everything for Kirra down below. So thank you guys so much again for watching. As I said, I'm sorry that this is a shorter video this week, but it is an ongoing case, so there will be updates, as I keep mentioning. And please subscribe if you haven't already. It's subscribers like you who truly keep me growing my channel and furthering my career here on YouTube. Because of that, you guys, I would not be able to continue to make content just like this. So please don't forget to like, comment, and share, and subscribe, and share your thoughts and feelings in the comment section below. But as I said before, please always keep it respectful so that YouTube can continue to be a nice, safe place and a happy place for all of us. Lively debates are encouraged, but please just keep everything respectful. It's just a lot nicer for each other if we can do that. And also, all things being well, on the 15th of April is going to be our very first paranormal investigation for the year. I know I've kept you guys hanging with this. I do apologise for that. But as you know, if you've been watching my videos, I've been struggling with a major health condition for the last, it's going on a month now. And Bianca has been very ill with the flu, which has turned into bronchitis over the last 3 weeks. So we've both been hit pretty hard. And we had to postpone our paranormal investigation that we were going to hold on the 25th of March. But we will be back at it on the 15th of April. I'm feeling a lot better. Just to update you guys on my health, I am now on an elimination diet for the histamine intolerance. It is working a treat. I'm on my 5th day now without a flare-up. I'm feeling so much better. Oh my God, you guys wouldn't believe how much better I'm feeling. And I have to do this for 2 weeks. And once I know that I've had 2 weeks that I've been feeling all right, it is then just a course of supplements to repair my stomach. Essentially, I had a little bit of stress at the beginning of the year We had a tornado hit here, and I had just a few personal things go on that stressed me out a little bit. And apparently, according to the specialists, my gut microbiome got a little messed up. And when that happens, it releases, like the foods that are high in histamine, your mast cells release it into your bloodstream. And this is when everything goes crazy and you get things like acid reflux happening and stuff, trying to fight off what it thinks is an infection. But I am clearly on the mend now, feeling so much better. I'm eating really nice food again, and I am getting some sleep, which is wonderful because I've been really tired. It's knocked me around a fair bit, but definitely on the road to being on the mend now. And there is also coming up more disasters down under. And the next Disasters Down Under I'm doing, it is a little late because there will be some on-location filming involved for that one. So please stay tuned. I will be endeavouring to get the footage shot for that sometime this week. So that's coming, and there'll be more real crime down under. Like I said, there is a big case that Bianca and I are currently listening to and will be working on. And there will be more Oz Files, more Unsolved Down Under, and all the good stuff that you guys like. So thank you all so much for sticking with me, especially while I've been so sick and Bianca's been so sick. We've both been a bit miserable lately, so it's just so nice to see all the support. And please go and support Kira and her family, even if you just sign the petition or share her GoFundMe. If you can't afford to contribute to the GoFundMe, that's fine. Sharing goes a long way. So thanks again, everybody. And like I said before, I will be keeping you updated as more developments in the case come to hand. And finally, that's it for this video. Thank you all so much again, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.